Have you ever felt completely exhausted, but at the same time, guilty for not doing enough? You wake up planning to conquer the world, only to end the day feeling like you've accomplished nothing. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. And it's not because you're weak or lazy. It's because you're caught in something I call the expectation burnout loop. Burnout isn't just feeling tired. It's a specific, frustrating cycle. It's when you expect yourself to do more, but end up doing nothing. You desperately want to improve, but you feel exhausted before you even start. You make promises to yourself. This time will be different, only to collapse under the immense pressure you've created. You set these incredibly high standards for yourself, but your energy just keeps shrinking. And the worst part, you feel guilty when you rest, but you're too tired to actually work. This isn't laziness. This is the loop. It goes like this. You start with sky-high expectations. Those expectations lead to feeling completely overwhelmed. The overwhelm triggers exhaustion and avoidance. Then, the guilt and self-blame creep in. You tell yourself you're not good enough. So, to prove yourself wrong, you reset with a fresh burst of even more unrealistic expectations, and the cycle repeats, over and over, until you're completely burned out. You see, you don't just burn out all at once, you burn out in cycles. I remember a student who told me, I wake up every single day planning to do everything, and then I end up doing absolutely nothing. She would write these massive to-do lists, promising herself a fresh start, saying, this time, I'll finally be disciplined. But by mid-afternoon, she was drained, ashamed, and felt hopelessly behind. It wasn't because she lacked ability or ambition. It was because the life she expected from herself didn't match the energy she actually had. She wasn't lazy. She was overexpecting. And overexpectation is a direct path to burnout. Here's the critical distinction we often miss. Burnout doesn't come from doing too much. Burnout comes from expecting too much. When your expectations rise faster than your capacity to meet them, your brain enters a state of chronic stress. It's a simple, predictable pattern. First, you set an unrealistic expectation. Second, you feel overwhelmed by it. Third, you start avoiding the task because it feels too big. Fourth, you beat yourself up with guilt and self-blame. And fifth, to escape that horrible feeling, you double down with a brand new, even more unrealistic expectation. And that, my friends, is the burnout trap. High achievers, perfectionists, and ambitious students are especially vulnerable to this. You demand peak performance from yourself every single day, as if you're a machine that never needs a break. But you're not a machine. Your expectations can be infinite, stretching forever into the ideal version of you. But your energy is finite. It has limits. And ignoring those limits is what causes the system to crash. So, how do you escape? The release from this cycle isn't about magically finding more energy. The burnout ends the moment your expectations shrink to match your reality. This is so important. So I'll say it again. Lowering your expectations doesn't lower your potential. It actually frees it. It unlocks your ability to make real, sustainable progress. Let's talk about how you can actually break this expectation burnout loop. Starting today. First, set minimum viable goals. Instead of creating a to-do list with 10 massive tasks, just plan for 2. Instead of telling yourself you need to study for 3 hours straight, commit to just 20 focus minutes. Instead of aiming for absolute perfection, aim for simple progress. Small, achievable goals create momentum. They build confidence and energy. Big, intimidating goals just create avoidance and anxiety. Second, schedule your capacity, not your dreams. Before you plan your day, ask yourself one simple, honest question. How much energy do I realistically have today? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. Then, build your tasks around that answer. Plan your day for the person you are today, not the idealized superhero you wish you were. This is about working with your reality, not against it. Third, replace guilt with grace. Guilt is an energy vampire. It drains you, leaving you with even less capacity to do the things you want to do. Grace, on the other hand, restores energy. The next time you have a tough day and don't get everything done, instead of attacking yourself, try saying this: I'm a human having a hard day, not a failure. Treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a friend. Fourth, stop resetting your standards to an impossible high every single morning. That new day, new me mindset can be incredibly destructive. It sets you up for failure before you've even had your coffee. Instead of demanding a complete transformation, just say, I will try to improve by 1% today. Consistency will always beat intensity in the long run. Small, steady steps forward are infinitely more powerful than giant, sporadic leaps followed by a crash. And finally, number 5, protect your energy before you protect your goals. Think of your energy as your most valuable resource, because it is. Your ambitious goals mean absolutely nothing if you're too drained to even think about pursuing them. The proper order of operations is this: energy first, expectation second, execution third. Manage your energy, adjust your expectations to fit that energy, and then you can execute effectively. You are not the version of yourself that you imagine on your best, most productive days. That's a fantasy. You are the version of yourself that shows up on your real, average, sometimes difficult days. And those real days require realistic expectations. Burnout is not a sign that you are failing as a person. It's not a moral failing or a character flaw. Burnout is simply a sign that your identity has been carrying a weight that your energy can no longer support. The solution isn't to demand more from yourself. The solution is to adjust the weight. You don't have to change your worth. You just have to change the load you're asking yourself to carry. So here's your mantra for today. And for every day you feel that burnout creeping in, expect less, execute more. Fewer expectations lead to more action, which leads to better, more consistent results. If this video made you feel seen, please share it with someone you know who's been a little too hard on themselves lately. We all need this reminder sometimes. And in the comments below, let me know which expectation is burning you out right now, and what's one small, realistic step you can take today to lighten that load. Let's break this loop together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.